Hi, my name is Natividad, and I'm at the moment. Coolest thing about today in 2025 is you don't have to speak Spanish in order to enjoy Spanish language music or in order to enjoy Peso Pluma. Well, you know, it's funny. I always say managing my career or navigating my career is kind of like driving a car at night in the rain with your headlights on. You can't see all the way to your end destination. You can only see 2 to 3 feet in front of you, but you can make the whole journey that way. So, you know, I grew up in Amarillo, Texas. It's a pretty small town. In fact, I remember when I got to college in Providence, I'd never been to New York City. I called my family and I said, guys, we made it. So I've always felt that my career has kind of been like this ticket to a world that I didn't realize I knew I had access to. I got to TelevisaUnivision because of our CEO, Daniel Alegre, who had seen my career at TikTok. We had worked together at Google, and he saw my track record at Amazon and Roku and my interest and penchant for innovation and transformation in particular. He tapped me on the shoulder and he said, hey, I think I've got a really exciting project for you. So here I am at TelevisaUnivision. 90 days feels like 90 years, which is a good thing. You know, we're bringing transformational culture, not just through the television screen, but through every kind of medium out there. And I think this is unique and different with respect to other large broadcast networks. Obviously, ViX is the largest Spanish language streaming app. And we've started to experiment with micronovela content, new next-gen content that we think will cater to a broad demographic, not just within the US Hispanic audience that we have historically, traditionally catered to, but to a broader general market as well. You know, one of the things that's different is I think consumers and audiences are just a lot smarter than they were 10, 15 years ago, to the extent to where consumers will vote with their dollars. And a lot of times, you know, what we've seen over the last 10 years, maybe 5 years, I'd say, is the rise in creator-led content and the role that influencers can play in actually transforming the consumer's pathway to purchase, which is something that, you know, if you were a CPG brand, you might care about, right? We have a host of exciting shows, both reality TV shows, like El Conquistador, which is launching in October, as well as daytime news shows like Despierta America, and as I mentioned, our micronovela content, which is new and growing on ViX. What I've started to tell the team is, hey, you know, 10, 15 years ago, you can pitch the network. Maybe 5 years ago, you can pitch the show. Today, you can pitch the talent. We've done a really great job at TelevisaUnivision of communicating to brands and agencies, you know, what the voice of the US Hispanic community looks like, and we represent that population. At the same time, where we're starting to go is share the impact that our content has on culture. The coolest thing about today in 2025 is you don't have to speak Spanish in order to enjoy Spanish language music or in order to enjoy Peso Pluma, right? And so what we've started to see is Spanish content, Spanish music is mainstream music, and we're starting to see that impact in other content areas, and that's something that we're going to take advantage of moving forward. Brand advertising's dead. I know that's crazy. I say that representing a television network. As I've mentioned before in the past, marketers care about justifying their return on investment, which means that if they're going to place dollars with a TV network, with a social media app, or with a DSP, they need to know what return they're getting. What's the return on ad spend? Are they driving new customers into their stores? Are they retaining existing customers? And what role do their media partners play in helping drive their bottom line business outcomes? Oh, hold on. All right, let's take a look. Well, I've started my morning late. Let's take a look. I don't know if Mercury is in retrograde, but about 90 minutes ago, I was texting my comms team, letting Rob know that I was stuck in an elevator for about a full hour, which is about as much of a New York morning as you could get. But I'll tell you this, last night, I don't know what this summer is. I know that last summer we called it Brat Summer. There's a video that my family's sending around of my daughter and I doing the Apple dance from Charlie XCX, but we don't need to share that here. I used to compete in Olympic weightlifting. I'm not gonna throw out my squat numbers, and I probably won't show you, but you can probably dig up some videos on YouTube.